Looks like Instagram's telling everybody I'm here. Yep, I am on my first hike of the week. Took a little rest over the weekend because, well, had a lot of events over the weekend, so didn't go hiking because needed to keep the stress on the body down just a little bit more. Thanks for joining, guys. Today's kind of topic conversation, unless someone else has a specific question, I'm just going to kind of throw out a general topic. And today, just kind of wanted to throw out there recovery. Are you doing it? And why it's important. This goes for anyone. I don't care if you are semi-pro athlete, high-level athlete. You know, it kind of goes without being said, I think. But I'm talking about all the way down to if you work at a desk 6 to 8 hours a day, and then you like to go do something active in the evenings or just the weekends or whatever. You might not even like to be active. You might just sit at a desk all day and you're like, man, I am tired, I'm fatigued. I just want to go home, hang out, watch TV, or hang out with my kids. Or maybe you got to run from your job and go take your kids to all their activities. You know, there's all very types of situations out there. But the bottom line is, like, our body adapts to the things that we ask it to do on a regular basis. So let's take the short one, or the easy one, and say someone that sits at a desk all day. You know, that superficial front line, talking about fascia, okay? That's first and foremost. Can't do anything to the muscles if the fascia is not willing to let the muscles do it. So we're talking about the superficial front line and the deep front line. Both of those will impact hip flexion, how tight the abdomen gets, the pull on the front of the pelvis, so creating maybe like an anterior pelvic tilt. Good morning, guys. And then the counter reaction to that, you know, creating some issues through the adductors, which can lead to low back pain because of hyperextension of the low back or lordosis. All those are big issues for people, and are typically the presenting things when people are in chronic pain. And unfortunately, our lesser active community is going to be in more pain more often because a lot of times they don't have the strength to support being in those postures for long periods of time. And, you know, if we don't have strength, we don't have stability. You know, sometimes we think we need to go stretch all that stuff away. But in fact, we need a bit of range of motion. Range of motion is always a great thing. Full range of motions are a super great thing. But if you're already in a tight position, you need to move, first and foremost. Movement's medicine. Motion is lotion. All those fun little sayings. But then you need to stabilize. You need to strengthen. And that could be body weight. Just walking. That's a huge benefit. Huge benefit. Undersold benefit. If you get to the point where walking is regular for you and you feel pretty confident with that, then, you know, maybe start doing some body weight stuff. You know, I know a bunch of guys that do stuff like F3 running groups and things like that, and all their stuff is body weight. It's air squats, it's sit-ups, it's push-ups, it's lunges, it's all those fun things. But let's get back to the topic of recovery, why it's important, and are you doing it? But your muscles need help to go from a tension or a tight position to some level of neutral. If they stay in those tension positions for too long, or what would be considered like hypertonic, they start to create friction and wear and tear depending on the joints they cross, the other muscles they're impacting with their fascia. And over time, that tension will start to create a form of itis, so some kind of tendonitis. So it goes longer than that, turns into some kind of osis. So chronic inflammation, some kind of tendinosis. What's going on, Gray? So you need to help your body get some level of neutral after using it for whatever you use it for. Again, let's go back to the desk worker, because that is majority of what our population does these days. They sit at a desk, they work remotely, they are not super active during the course of the business day. Again, just getting up and moving will help you not lengthen, but help you open up and give some stretch to those tight tissues, the fascia and the muscle tissues. You can go into doing some level of yoga. It's super great for just getting that tissue to stretch just a little bit and give you some space to work with. Because a lot of times, if we run out of space, things start compensating. The body's still going to let you do what you're asking it to do, but if it has to compensate, man, it's going to be a bad day for you once that starts to realize we can't do this any longer. And then we get into injuries. But I think this will be a two-parter conversation, because we can talk about the performance aspect of it with people that are being active. I think that's another conversation. Today is just, honestly, let's talk about just getting moving and keeping your body active, because look, if you're not moving, you're getting static. You're not pumping blood as well. You're not pumping the lymph out of your body, which is waste, trash, bio trash. And you need to get that stuff moving and get it out of your system. Otherwise, it turns into swelling. And you can see that around ankles, knees, elbows, hands, areas that don't pump very well. They are pumps, but if you're not using them, they don't pump very well. So just get up and move. Anybody got any particular questions that they have around that subject matter? Again, sorry guys, if you're not familiar, I am on my cool down portion of my hike that I do in the mornings. So that's why I'm kind of breathing hard, got my weighted pack on, and just walking back to my truck. But I like to open this forum up for people to ask questions, make myself available to the community, virtually and locally. If I can be a resource, I'm happy to be one. What's up, Pedro? How you doing, buddy? Thanks, buddy. If you didn't know, guys, Pedro there, fantastic soccer player. He's playing with the NCFC men's team here in Raleigh. They just won their game this past weekend. Super proud of them. But yeah, let's start with you guys. If you're not being active, get on a foam roller, start moving around, start getting up, start walking, get into some kind of routine to where you're using your body. This is my routine. I get up, come out here to the trails first thing in the morning, and I get an hour, minimum of an hour's worth of hiking in before I go into the office. It's good to be out here in nature first thing in the morning. Gets that fresh sunshine in your eyes. It really energizes my brain and my body for the rest of the day. Hey, absolutely, boss. Absolutely. I hope you're doing well. Just figure out something that you can do to support yourself daily. Doesn't have to be much. It can be in the evening. It can be midday in your lunch. It can be first thing in the morning. Doesn't matter. Just get up, do something. And look, if you have questions, if you want to be like, hey, I don't know how to do XYZ, or I need some advice on XYZ, shoot us a message. Just hit up our direct messaging on Instagram. I will check that on a somewhat regular basis and try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. There's the rig there. But just want to be a resource for you guys. So if you got any questions or anything, let me know. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week for a lot of us. Have a great week. Be good, be blessed, and take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.